Hi guys, I'm Corbin and this is Plant Basics. I hope that you are all well and that your plants are happy and thriving. It's been a hectic few weeks on my side because we are moving and I've been packing and getting things ready and sorting out, how it can go and I don't know how I want to keep. I'm so excited because in my mind I'm really thinking, how it's gonna go here and how I'm going to style my plants in our new apartment. So I thought I'd do a quick little Philodendron Nangaritense care video to share with you my tips and tricks about looking after this beautiful philodendron. So, my plant is in bright filtered light upstairs in my office / grow space. This is a forest philodendron, so it does grow underneath the tree canopy. In the forest, these plants will be growing sprawling out across the forest floor in search of trees. So they would grow in dappled sunlight and not in the direct sun, because direct sun can burn their leaves. I've noticed that Philodendron Nangaritense is happy in average humidity, like 50% to 60%. This philodendron is susceptible to spider mites. So watch out for the low humidity because spider mites thrive in low humidity environments. Also, if you have accompanying heat, because dry air, heat, and a bit of shade is the perfect place for spider mites to start an infestation. Now, I try and almost prevent spider mites by putting my plant in the shower every so often when I water it, to fully drench my plant and to get the leaves and everything all hit. So I do that, every so often, so that I can make sure that there's, water getting on the leaves of my plant. It also cleans off the leaves and means that pests can't easily get a hold on your plant, because a dusty leaf is the perfect place for something like spider mites or scale to kind of creep in and to get hold of your plant. As I said earlier, I like to drench my philodendrons when I will water them, and then I let them dry out over a period of time. I don't like keeping my philodendrons constantly moist, because it means that the plants are more susceptible to root rot. So what I do is I place my plant in the shower, I let the water come down, and then I put my plant back in its spot. And then over time again, like the media and everything can dry out, and then we repeat the process. And this has the added benefit because it cleans off the leaves at the same time. So it's, in a way, it's killing two birds with one stone. And it also then obviously helps to keep your plant humid. So keeping a plant too wet can result in issues like a root rot. Always make sure when you water your plant that there's no water in the drip drain. So another benefit of showering your plant is that all the water automatically drains away out of the media, and you don't have that problem of stagnant water collecting in the tray. So these plants tend to be more sprawling and climbing, similar to Philodendron gloriosum. These tend to sprawl over soil and not necessarily climb up a tree. So that gives you a clue as to when you repot your plant, to rather repot your plant into a shallow, wider container as opposed to a long and narrow one, because your plant will then only end up growing over the side of the pot. These philodendrons are capable of developing really beautiful big leaves, so don't be shy on the fertilizer. So I like to use a combination of organic fertilizers. So the first one I use is worm castings that you apply over the top of the soil, and it acts as a slow release fertilizer over time. Now you can also augment the worm castings with liquid kelp, or you can use a tea made from worm castings. So the benefit of that is that the liquid fertilizers are taken up into the plant a lot quicker than the longer slow release fertilizer that you apply over the top of the soil. You can also, if you want to go the extra mile, of course, is spray your plant with a liquid fertilizer that gets taken up through the leaves. But then if you spray your plant, be prepared to have a mineral residue on the leaves. My plant is actually still in its nursery pot. So I actually haven't repotted this plant yet, but when I repot this plant, I'll be sure to use a chunky mixture, because also it came in a mixture that was quite chunky and had lots of bark in it. So again, is that you want to use a mixture that's really going to give your plant the proper drainage. You don't want to use something that will hold on to too much moisture, because it could cause root rot. You can also amend a already mixed potting soil by adding in either bark or perlite, and this will help to increase the drainage capacity of the mixture. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification button to make sure that you never miss another of my future videos.